Hey y'all, it's Edie Hill 1988, and I got a video request to do a video explaining why we chose to do a birth center this time instead of a hospital birth. And just, disclaimer, at the beginning of this, I have no problem at all with hospital births. I had one with Kane and it was okay. So, but of course everybody's hospital birth is different. So I don't want you to see this video and say, oh, I've got to do a birth center birth. Mine's going to be just like that. Because like I said, everybody's experience is totally different. So yeah, but I will go into why we chose a birth center this time. And this shouldn't be very long. I've got, a few key points and that's about it. So, but it was a video request, so hey, I'll do it. Okay. So the number one reason we chose the birth center, well, oh God, I don't know where to start, but okay. So as a lot of y'all know, I didn't have much success breastfeeding Kane. I pumped for 11 months, and it was just like torture pumping that long, y'all. So birth centers birth centers do promote, they like to establish a healthy breastfeeding routine from the gate, or like a healthy breastfeeding experience from the gate. So that really intrigued us because John saw how I was pumping for 11 months, and I said I could not do this again. Well, I couldn't picture having a newborn baby, Kane running around like crazy, and me sitting on the pump all day, because there were some times where I'd be pumping and Kane would be just sitting there crying, but I have to wait to feed him. So I think it'd be a lot easier to have the baby just latched to me and then still have an arm or something for you to help Kane with whatever he needs. So the hospital that I had, that I gave birth to Kane at, I guess, I hate prepositions at the end of a sentence, but anyway, the hospital that I had Kane, there was not any breastfeeding support whatsoever. They had a lactation consultant, but she only came in once a week, and of course she came in on the day that I was in the hospital. So each nurse showed me a different way to nurse him, doing the same hold. I was just very confused. I was just very confusing. So, I didn't feel really confident going home breastfeeding him because I honestly didn't know how to latch him. So, I had one woman that was really helpful, but that was like the last day I was there, and I stayed in the hospital from Sunday to Wednesday. So, or Sunday to Wednesday, like Wednesday night, because long story, but my doctor, I think he just forgot to discharge me, so I stayed in there till like 7:30 at night. But anyway. So each nurse showed me a different way to nurse Kane, and it was just like dreadful, and I was just like, what in the world? So then I remember giving birth to him, and they asked me if I was going to breastfeed or if I was going to, formula feed, and I said breastfeed, and they pretty much didn't say anything else to me about it. So I'm in the room, trying to remember diagrams that I've seen, and, trying to remember, how to latch them on. I was just, I cannot get this, and there were no nurses to help me latch them on, So it was pretty much, sink or swim. So, like I said, I definitely want more breastfeeding support. And then I remember saying I wanted to breastfeed, and the first thing they did was give me the SNS system. And if you don't know what the SNS system is, it's like a little tube that you can hook to like your bra strap or something. And you actually attach this, it's like a little straw or hose type thing that you actually attach to your nipple, and like with a piece of tape. And it supplements formula into the side of the baby's mouth while you're trying to get the latch. And looking back, I'm like, why do I need the SNS system? Like, Kane had no jaundice at all when he was born. And, they pretty much, his second day, they gave me the SNS system, which I still think is really weird. I have no idea why they did that. But, so the main reason is just more breastfeeding support. That's the number one reason, y'all, because I was kind of scarred by having to pump for 11 months. I'm so glad I did it for Kane, but it was a lot of work, and I don't want to do it again. Okay, that's number one. Number two, my hospital experience was, I say okay. I had a very long labor. I was in the hospital from midnight, not midnight. I went to labor on midnight on a Friday night, and I had him on a Sunday morning. So I was in the hospital from Saturday morning until, I gave birth. Well, I was in the hospital Saturday morning, and I gave birth to him Sunday morning. So I was in the hospital for at least 24 hours. So there were honestly, the nurses there seemed really irritated with the fact that I wasn't progressing, and I didn't have much support, and they were pretty much like, let's get this show on the road. So I felt like I had no support in going natural, because like everyone knows I wanted a natural birth with Kane, and I made it 22 hours, which to me is just insane. And the woman came in, the nurse came in, and she's like, oh, you're in early labor, this could last for days. And she wasn't very encouraging. It's kind of like, okay, this could last for days, hurry this up. So that's when I got the epidural. So I just had no support at all to go natural, because I really wanted natural labor with Kane. And I had no support. And I remember that same nurse, pushing him out and everything, and I'm just exhausted. And she comes to me and she says, you just gave me overtime. And I'm like, what? And it's like, after, like, as months went by, after having Kane, like, I was like so overwhelmed. I didn't even really worry about it. But, looking back on, when I gave birth to him, I'm thinking about all the, snotty things that the nurses said to me. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I'm in labor for 31 hours, and I gave you overtime. Thanks a lot. So she didn't say congratulations. She's like, oh, I got overtime. So that to me just didn't sit well. And of course, not every nurse is like that, but I can't picture going back to the same hospital that I had Kane at. I hate putting a preposition of innocence, but anyway, I can't picture going back to the same hospital that Kane was born. So, and it's either that hospital or another hospital in the area that I can't stand. So I'd rather go to the birth center. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, I do plan to go natural with this baby. So there's at the birth center, there's no epidurals offered. There's none of that stuff. So I will be tempted to use it. So because I know in a hospital, like, I'm not gonna say it's promoted, but like with me, I had labor for, a day, and they're like, okay, like, you need, like, pretty much urging me to get epidural. So I know if it were like that in a birth center, they probably, okay, sorry y'all, my camera went dead, but pretty much my reasons, the 3 reasons for doing a birth center were that I wanted more breastfeeding support, and I want to go natural, and I want to do a water birth. So those are the 3 reasons, I guess, the 3 main reasons that I can think of to do a birth center birth. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I was talking for a while before I realized that the camera was dead. So if I'm gonna look back at the video, and if there's anything that I missed, then I'll put it as an annotation or something. But I think I was just rambling anyway, y'all. So yeah, those are the 3 reasons. Want more breastfeeding support, want to do a water birth, and want to go natural. So yeah. So if you have, oh yeah, and there's another reason too. Kane, oh yeah, I get to eat in the birth center, which is cool. I remember being so hungry. So there's a lot of reasons, y'all, really. Like, now that I'm thinking, but I remember being super hungry when I was in labor with Kane, just not being able to eat anything, just the fear of me, possibly having to get a C-section, and, it's better to have an empty stomach and all that jazz. So I remember being super hungry, but I get to eat, if I want to bring a burger, which I doubt I'll want a burger in labor, but if I wanted a burger, I could eat a burger. So just being able to eat what I want in there, and having as many people in there as I want. Oh yeah, and having silence, y'all. I'm thinking of all these things because I remember being in labor with Kane, and all I wanted was for people to just be quiet, don't talk to me. And the nurses were laughing at me, and my family was laughing at me, saying, "Oh, that's so unrealistic," and da 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 da. And so when I was at the birth center, like, a lot of people were saying, that's the, like, 99% of the time, women just want people to be quiet, like, just don't say anything to me. So I thought I was weird for saying, just don't talk to me. That was my focus. Like, some people focus on a pendant or something. No, I focused on just don't say anything to me. Like, I want to be, cool, calm, and collected. So they said that if, someone's not complying, they'll tell them to leave. And that's what I wanted because, in the hospital, like, I really didn't have it. Like, I was laying in the bed, so I didn't have a say-so of who was in or out, So it's pretty much, it's exactly what I want, exactly how I want it. It's catered to me. So I think I'll really enjoy that. So if you have any questions, let me know, y'all. If I need to elaborate any more, I'll make a separate video. So just leave any questions you have as a comment, and I'll probably just do like a part 2 to this or something. So, all right, bye.